The Celtic Football Club is one of two major football teams to herald from Glasgow, Scotland. Formed in 1887 with the purpose of alleviating poverty in the immigrant Irish population of Glasgow. They played their first match in 1888 against Rangers, locked in a bitter rivalry that runs to this day. Celtic are one of only 5 teams in the world to have won over 100 trophies, including 52 league titles, 40 Scottish Cups, 20 League Cups, and most importantly, the European Cup in 1967. Can we continue this proud club's tradition of being serial winners? Let's find out as we rebuild Celtic. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am frankly FM84. A big thank you for joining me on another video right here on the YouTube channel. Across the past couple of weeks we have been doing these rebuild challenges. We have been doing 15-part series where we go and take a club and we basically try and get as much success as we can in 5 years. Today you might have come here from the thumbnail, from the intro and from the description. You can see we have another rebuild challenge lined up. Yes, we are off north of the border. We are crossing into Scotland and we are going to Glasgow. We're going to take the reins at one of the 2 biggest clubs in Scotland. Yes, we are going to try our luck managing Celtic. As I said, 2 major clubs in Scotland. The first one is Celtic, the second one is Rangers. Both of them share a city, but that is pretty much where the sharing stops. A massive rivalry both on the pitch and off the pitch. On the pitch, obviously, for footballing reasons, off the pitch for some other reasons, but we're not interested in about what happens off the pitch. This save is all about what happens on the pitch. We're going to be giving ourselves 5 years to hopefully leave Rangers in our dust. Yes, we are going to try and progress this team as far as we can within 5 seasons. If you haven't been here before and don't know how these work, we have the 5 seasons, as I keep saying, in the first episode. So today we're going to show you around the club, show you who we have got at the club, but the transfer window is closed. We are not going to be making any signings in this first window. We will not be improving the squad until tomorrow's episode, where the January transfer window in the winter opens, and we are then going to start to look to improve what we have at the club. So that means in today's episode, we're going to be using the squad that is already at the club, and that has got to get us through till Christmas. Right then, that's enough talking about what's about to happen. Let's jump in and show you what we are about to do. Starting off with the club info page, we load that up. You can see Celtic's logo is there proudly on display. We're going to run through all of these categories. So professional status obviously is professional. Media prediction is second. So in real life, obviously the end of the current season, Celtic won the league. It means that they managed to overturn that media prediction. But in game, Rangers are the stronger of the 2 teams, it seems, at the moment, certainly in the eyes of the media. So we have an initial target of just overhauling Rangers and then progressing the team further after that. An estimated value of the club is £202 million. Continental competition is the Champions League. Reputation is 3.5 stars. Training facilities of 4 stars. Youth facilities of 3.5 stars. Youth recruitment of 5 stars. Owner loves the club. Year founded was 1888, and fierce rivals, as I was just touching upon, Rangers local. So you can see from that then, Celtic have been a team over the years that have relied on their youth academy, with youth recruitment of 5, youth facilities at 3.5, and training facilities of 4. They really do set themselves up for domestic success. They also provide quite a lot of the Scottish national team. Between Celtic and Rangers, quite a large amount of international players do come from those 2 teams. Reputation of 3.5 stars means we're probably going to get the players that we need pretty quickly. Hopefully we can improve that. Yeah, as we get on, if we're going to have European success, I think we need to improve the reputation of the club. So then let's have a little look at the key employees. So obviously myself as manager, Mr. Callum McGregor is our club captain. Yeah, nothing really wrong with Mr. McGregor. He is decent enough in terms of technique, leadership, determination, stamina, natural fitness. They're all there. Yeah, as club captain, I think he's a player who in the first couple of seasons is going to have quite a big role at the team. So maybe we will hold on to him for dear life. If there are any bids coming in, we will probably consider them. But in terms of holding the team together, it looks like McGregor is one of those players. Joe Hart is our vice-captain. Nothing really wrong with Mr. Hart. He's 34 now, ex-England international, ex-Manchester City player who won the Premier League. I don't know if he retains all of that ability that he had in the Premier League. So it might be a position that we need to look at and maybe improve upon. But we'll give him a chance. We'll see what he's like in the first half of the season and go from there. Kyogo Furuhashi is next. Yeah, this player looks really good. Obviously, in real life, Celtic took on a manager who had managed in the J-League. So he was using all of that knowledge to bring in Japanese players. And Celtic, strangely, don't have registration restrictions. So they can buy as many of these players as they want. Obviously, it won't help them in the Champions League. But looking at Mr. Furuhashi, you can see good dribbling, finishing, first touch, passing, penalty taking, technique, anticipation, determination, off the ball, work rate, stamina. It's all there. This player really is one that we could probably build around. He's 26 years old. Hopefully, he's going to help and score some goals. And our hot prospect is Mr. Karamoko Dembele, player who in real life has been struggling a little bit. He had the media hype of being a player who is going to be the next this, he's going to be the next that, and then basically it didn't work out for him. He struggled a little bit, but in game, 18 years old, dribbling 13, first touch of 12, technique of 12, determination 15, flair of 15, acceleration of 11 and pace of 12. A lot of developing to do for Mr. Karamoko Dembele, but we'll keep him at the club and we will see what happens. So in terms of major honours then, you can see Celtic have won the Champions League once, the Cinch Premiership 51 times, Scottish Cup 40 times, Premier Sports Cup 19 times, and the Glasgow Cup 30 times. And that is what contributes to them having over 100 trophies. So then, let's jump into the finances section. You can see that we have £59.6 million in the bank. Transfer budget says 0 to begin with because we don't have one when the transfer budget is closed. Wage budget is 502,000. The overall spend for us is 462,000. So there's a 40,000 gap there in that wage budget, which is going to give us a little bit of room to play with when the transfer window opens. Hopefully there will be money available in January too. But it's a healthy club with a healthy start. 59 million in the bank is decent enough. Looking at the club vision then, job security to begin with is stable. 5-year plan. So the club culture, they want to strive to make progress on and off the pitch. As I was saying, that is exactly what we are looking at. We want to improve the club reputation, including the facilities and including the playing staff and coaching staff. So hopefully improve across the board. 5-year plan, maintain the club's status as the most reputable team in Scotland. I think we can do that. That's achievable. Work within the wage budget. We are doing that. In terms of the Champions League, at the end of the current season, they want us to reach the playoff at the minimum. They want us to win the Cinch Premiership. They want us to win the Scottish Cup, and they want us to win the Premier Sports Cup. So as I said, there are only 2 teams really in Scotland who, if they play to their maximum ability, can win all those competitions. We are one, Rangers are the other. There are a few other bigger or just smaller teams. I don't want to say the word smaller, but there are teams that are just a level down from these two that have a chance of winning some things, but not very often is it another team wins other than Celtic and Rangers. So going forwards then, end of the current season, contract expires, continue to win the Premiership, continue to win the Premiership. So the board are pretty clear that they want us to leapfrog Rangers. They want us to win that rivalry, and we are going to need to win the Premiership going forwards. Not a problem there. Last thing to look at then before we jump on is the squad. Let's have a look at the assistant report. So the assistant manager has put together his best 11 at the club, and this is what he thinks. So Joe Hart in goal, Taylor at left back, Starfelt, Carter Vickers and Juranovic, then McGregor, Hatate, McCarthy, Maeda, Jota and Furuhashi. So there are some things that can be improved here. Obviously, like I said, I've already touched upon Joe Hart. Not too sure if he retains all of that ability he had as England goalkeeper, but we'll give him a chance. 3-star left back, 3-star centre back. Maybe look at improving those. McGregor is the club captain, so he will stay in the middle. Then we got McCarthy, who's 2.5 stars, so maybe improvements there. Wide players, I'm not sold on Jota. Let's have a little look at him. There's nothing really wrong with him. I'm not 100% sure that he's as good as the game thinks he is. I don't know. I can't explain why. He just, for me, looks like the type of player that Celtic might have invested in, and then it doesn't really work out. So I think if we can make a bit of money off of him, he's worth 8 to 9.6 million. Although in fairness, he's only on loan, isn't he? I didn't even spot that. On loan from Benfica, there we go. So if there is a chance to send him back at the end of the season, we probably will do that, and we will look to bring our own players in. Maeda is a 3-star, and Furuhashi up top. We have no problems there. Let's look at the squad depth then and see where they think we need to improve. So goalkeeper, we have 3 of them. 3 stars, Joe Hart. Left back, Juranovic, Hatate, Taylor, and Scales. So probably room for improvement there. Carter Vickers, who is he from? Carter Vickers is on loan from Tottenham, so if there's a chance to make that one permanent, we might do that. If not, we'll look elsewhere. Right back, Juranovic. Defensive midfielder, McGregor is our best player with Bitton, Juranovic, and O'Reilly. We got good depth in the middle with Hatate and McGregor. Wide left, Furuhashi can play there, McGregor can play there, Forrest and Abada. So decent enough in terms of the squad depth in the attacking areas. Maybe another midfielder, left back and a right back, and a goalkeeper. There is plenty to work upon with this team. So that is the introduction to Celtic. In tomorrow's episode, if you come back and join us, we will go to the January transfer window. We will complete the winter transfer window. We will sign the first batch of players and show you how we've been getting on in the first part of this season. But if you want to see that, you're going to have to come back tomorrow. But before you go, if you don't mind hitting the like and subscribe button on this video, that would be a big, big help. I really do appreciate it when people take the time to go out of their way to help the channel. Gets the video out to more people, helps the channel become a success, and I really, really do appreciate it. But for this one, I'm going to leave it there. A big thank you for watching. Go and check another video out on the channel, and I'll see you soon.